That's news to me.
Being higher.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, fight fans. We are live with UFL Fight Night number 28, Mob Pressure versus xjoshraee. I am your host, Frank No Streaming, aka F the Manhunter. I'm here in the booth with the Bane and Kai. How are you guys doing today?
Could not be better. Just excited. Such a filled card from top to bottom. This is the definition of a double-stacked Oreo, Kai.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's been a week again, so we're definitely back. You know what I mean? I'm always looking forward to these UFL cars, looking to see new things, and I was excited for this one.
Yeah, we got a good card ahead for you guys, and we got a bunch of great fights. The first one we're starting off with is going to be Big Cool Boy Season taking on Joker Carnage. And do my eyes deceive me, or is that Kai W making a return to the octagon there today? And he's going to be fighting Rock Roman in the welterweight division. You see that as well, Bane?
I think I'm seeing it. Eyes don't deceive. 2020 vision on my end, Frank. And I have to imagine the Hall of Famer is going to be putting on a show tonight.
Yeah, man. He's pulling double duty, so we're going to see what he can do for us in the booth as well as out of it. Followed by Silky NYC taking on King Prime. Our co-main event is going to be Smart Brady versus JM21. And, of course, our main event, Pressure versus xjoshraee for the title in the lightweight division. There's a lot of good fights here ahead of us, fellas. Which ones are y'all looking forward to? We'll start with you, Kai.
Yeah, of course, I look forward to my own fight, but I'm really looking forward to Silky NYC and M King Prime. I know both guys, and I'm also looking forward to, of course, the very typical but main event. Like I said, I think this is a rematch. Both guys already fought them, and xjoshraee just came up short. Didn't mean he wasn't there in the fight. If I remember. So I look for if he made the right adjustments to take on Pressure this time, and maybe we can see a whole different game plan, and if you can see a trilogy.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. And the same question to you, Bane. What have you got your eyeballs on?
I have to imagine that the lone 265 bout on the card, Yernan Skip versus I Am Reaper 93. I love when the big boys throw down because that means we're likely going to see a big finish.
Yeah, more often than not, that ends up being the case. But I believe, fellas, our first fight is just about ready to go. I mean, I could be wrong on that, but I believe that we've got the good to go from the back. It looks like we do. And yeah, it's going to be Joker Carnage taking on Big Cool Boy Season. Joker Carnage is ranked 33rd right now in the UFL. He's 4-4, trying to get back on the right side of 500 in this fight. He's got great striking, clean hands, good kickboxing. He's a former top contender, and he's looking to get back to that status. So a win here tonight is very important for him. He's going to be taking on Big Cool Boy Season. What do you got for me on him, Ben?
Man, Big Boy Cool Season, currently ranked number 26 in the UFL, a record of 5-4, so kind of back and forth. But when you think he's a two-time title challenger, he's been at the top of this game and competed against the very best. So that record may be a little bit deceiving. Great striking, clean hands, well-balanced anywhere the fight goes. And a win here tonight is very important, Frank. So let's see if he can get it done. Oliveira versus Poirier.
Yeah, and you know, prevailing wisdom says that this should be the next fight we get, you know, if Dustin gets past Connor, right? Which, between, you know, us guys, I think Dustin has all the tools to get it done again. I think he will get it done again, and I think this will be the fight we see for the title. And I, for one, would love to see it. These guys touch gloves, and immediately Dustin takes the center of the octagon. Both guys trade jabs and just trying to find that range in the pocket, trading hooks there. Both guys taking some damage early.
Each guy working off the lead hand so effectively within the first minute of this fight. You see that big roundhouse rear to the body, dipping to the midsection again. Like the rib work, right? Everybody's just touching that body, guys.
Yeah, of course, but it makes sense, especially with Oliveira, of course, who's very good in the lightweight. I do say that Poirier has the better health set. Of course, is way more faster. Doesn't have a ground game on his own, of course, when it comes to the ground game. Oliveira has the advantage, but like I said, Oliveira with his 99 submissions, man. Whether it's Poirier, somebody else, when he gets you on the ground, it can be game over, especially when you gotta let him go for chokes, arm triangles, rear naked chokes, even arm bars. It can be game over real soon.
The Louisiana native also does have a decent submission game, 4-star arm bars and 92 submission defense, so no slouch on the mat for him.
Yeah, absolutely not. But the area, of course, where the diamond shines is with those hands. And as we see right now, he's getting them. He's getting them going. And Big Cool Boy Season is doing a great job of controlling range. Once Oliveira gets within punching range, he's touching him with some combos. He's backing out. And then when Oliveira's trying to back out or come in, he's hitting him with those body kicks. And as we can see, that's already paying massive dividends to the stamina. But Joker Carnage gets a very well-timed takedown here. Now we'll see what he can get done from the top. Not much if he's going to get denied and put in the rubber guard by Poirier like that.
Have to say, once again, Joker, really good level change, but you see great sweep and reversal of the position by Big Cool Boy. Stands back up right in the striking realm. 2 minute remains in the opening round.
That was very well played. High-level veteran move to be able to get back to the top position. Get back to the feet, do some damage,
my
and
God.
then eat a counter uppercut. Those are always so dangerous. That's the one thing that is so risky about body health. I mean, about working the body, right?
Yeah.
One well-placed or well-timed, or even a random uppercut can just derail all of that momentum. Not to say that uppercut was random by any means. He threw that one very well, I'm just saying.
He gets rocked. Oh my God, he gets dropped on the stream. Is this it?
Delay here, but wow!
Wow.
Big
It came out
Cool Boy.
of nowhere.
First round TKO counters that are there. It's effective all the times. And you can see beautiful work from him to get that finish.
Yeah, very well done there. Sorry, go ahead, Kyle.
Yeah, no, so I was before out of no, you get knocked out. Like BCB is a 2-time former title challenger, so he's been in this position many times. He's a truly veteran of the UFL. So picking up this victory after going back and forth with the season 2 of UFL, he has to feel happy about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well done performance. As we can see, the striking numbers, he outstruck him very well and very clean striking, 50% on the accuracy of total strikes. Very well done by Big Cool Boy Season. That was an excellent striking exhibition. And even, like I said, whenever he ended up on the ground, was able to do a good job of getting back to a top position, get to an easy stand-up, and then just continue to work on the feet. And that work was, what led to that victory here today. Very good job. Well done, Big Cool Boy Season.
And one thing to mention, of course, about Big Cool Boy, he doesn't have a camp. He's not affiliated with any of the groups that are in this esports competitive scene. Maybe it's time to think about it, right? 6-4, had some losses, but now back on top. Might be time to join somebody and keep the work going, Big Cool Boy.
Yeah, just to speak to that a little bit, Big Cool Boy was involved with the Top Mount MMA camp, but then as far as I know, I believe that camp dissipated. And so now he's just a free agent. And I'm not going to speak for him on what he's doing, but I believe, he might be playing in my ear right now, just, doing his own thing, seeing where that takes him. But let's see where this card takes us, as that was a bad segue. Listen, Kai's fighting next. That's what I'm trying to get at. I tried to make it clever. I tried to make it funny. It didn't work out. Kai's fighting, and I'm excited. What about you, Bane?
Oh, likewise, excited and difficult to queue up the accomplishments that Kai has achieved. No segue does the Hall of Famer justice. And you can see here at welterweight, man, that is a lot of power and strength in Vicente Luque. Usman, though, very good in all areas.
Absolutely. I mean, what can you not say about Kai? I mean, he's currently ranked 19, but we know that he's trying to get back up to those rankings, get back into the title picture, get his own belt back. He was the former season 1 undefeated champion. I mean, he went 7-0, had 3 title defenses, and he's not done. He wants to get back in there, and show off that grappling, the top game that he has, and the amazing striking that he's shown. We'll see what he can get done here. See if he can keep the undefeated streak going and add more accolades to the record.
A lot on the line for the commentator. And the other side of the octagon, currently ranked number 22, is Rock Roman, undefeated at 2-0 as well. So somebody's O has to go in this one. Very well balanced, amazing striking, and a great ground game. This guy's obviously bread and butter was the hands and the feet, but no slouch when it hits the mat. And this is him trying to reach into the top 10. Taking out Kai would position him for a massive fight next.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to see this Gilbert Burns-Vicente Luque matchup. Both guys just immediately get to the center. Kai is trying to probe and find his offense, getting some good body work there. He must have seen something he liked out of that last fight. And yeah, Rock Roman's just trying to fire back, but Kai's doing a good job firing off the double teep to the body just to get some space.
Look at this octagon control. Right, Kai suffocating. But look at this. Rock Roman pushing back. Good check left from Kai. The lead body kick there. Effective movement, but you can see Rock Roman catches that one, puts Kai back to the fence.
Yeah, good job there with the kick off of catching, Kai's kick. Did some good head damage there. And as you can see, that chin is starting to take a
and as a reassuring moment for Rock Roman to sort of debilitate that. Made a grand. Get cracked. Rock Roman. 3 minutes to work in this opening round. 3 minutes to work
in this opening round. Now, both guys have already been rocked. And I feel like we're back at 0 until Rock Roman gets himself another rock and puts himself back on the, in the lead, as it were. But a good pull elbow there from Kai. You got to think if he wasn't rocked, then he might have done a lot more damage. But even then, it still did a nice little chunk. And this is a very exciting back and forth fight right now through 2.5 minutes, man.
Largely contested, and one thing about that pullback, he did a pullback elbow and then a lead hook on the exit, which is so good that he's stringing punches together. Rock Roman still here and still lethal. Catches Kai with a 2.
Yeah, absolutely. Always dangerous. Both these guys are always dangerous, and they're giving us a great fight thus far. Kai's trying to find some range with the jabs and, getting his power hand working. He's doing a good job, as you said, stringing punches together right now. And, Rock Roman's going to have to do he's going to have to just plant his feet and just fire back, but gets a good takedown there. Get some top control. This could be good for Rock Roman right now. We know how great Kai is from the top. From the bottom might be a different story, especially if you're using Vicente Luque, who has very high submissions, but not the best ground game in general, as it were. So
5-star BJJ transitions, 5-star BJJ sweeps, 5-star reversals and get-ups. Obviously, submission threat on the ground. Only 93 for submissions, but that submission defense is 97. Don't think Luque is going to be smacking. See it right there.
As you say, I don't think he's going to be going for any submissions. He's definitely to us, right? Like he's got to still be here listening.
I like to call that the commentator's curse when you say something and then the opposite occurs. For sure. Great defense, though.
Yeah, excellent defense there from Rock Roman as this first round comes to a close. Very hotly contested, back and forth the entire time. But I think you might give the edge to Rock Roman. I mean, he was able to get 2 rocks and the takedown. So it's going to be interesting to see, how Kai adjusts in round 2. And how Rock Roman tries to keep applying that pressure. What do you want to see from both fighters going into round 2, man?
I think that a bit more cognizance defensively is necessary. Slipping, staying at range, and working the jab to enter, not just wildly throwing hooks in the pocket. It's fun and entertaining, but, we've seen these guys' shins get cracked. For Rock Roman, 88 recovery on Burns. So, the head is still hurting. 95 on Luque's side, so he's feeling better, but, still wearing a lot of damage here.
Yeah, but as you can see, Burns' head health is starting to go down a little bit. I mean, Kai is doing a good job applying pressure, but just backs up a little bit. Still has the center of the octagon, doing a great job controlling the cage, but Burns is firing back. Rock Roman's getting some good shots in there, and it's continuing.
Ground and Kai snapping the undefeated record of the number 22 ranked Rock Roman. Tough night at the office for him, but man, what an entertaining back and forth that was.
As you said, tough night at the office, but I'm sure he's happy with the end result. Got a little bit beat up there, but in the end was able to pull it out. That was a fantastic back and forth affair from both guys. And then that's what you expect when 2 undefeated fighters get in there together, right, man?
Oh, absolutely. Each guy fighting with so much on the line when you have that O attached to the end of your record. And you can see a beautiful rear hook as Rock Roman was throwing that uppercut, came around and just clipped the chin, and that was lights out. Kai, I don't know if you're in the booth with us again, but how do you feel after that performance?
Yeah, so just good fighting. Yeah, I'm happy, man. It's like you guys said, it was a rough one. I still think I just got a better of like little exchanges, and I was actually surprised with my head out. 96 chin on Vicente Luque, but then I thought 95 punch power of Gilbert Burns, so it made sense, and I got clipped a good amount of times. Got rocked. So, but it's all good, man. I'm happy. I'm still undefeated, 10-0, man. So it can be better at the moment.
Now, of course, you're knocking on the door of some big fights in front of you. I have to know what is next for Kai inside the octagon.
Yeah, of course. I've been looking to M King Prime. Right now, he's stay record as me. Every single fight right now is important for me as an opponent, of course. So I keep my eye on these guys.
Yeah, for sure. And these guys, these next two are looking to give you a lot to keep your eyes on here, Kai, as we've got Silky NYC taking on M King Prime. They're still getting everything set up, but we can go ahead and set the table a little bit for this fight. Silky is currently 25th in the UFL. He's 3-2 right now. He's trying to put some space in between the wins and losses, as it were, on the record. He's got great striking and kickboxing, but he's also very well balanced. He lost his last fight, so he's looking to come back in a big way so he can climb up those rankings and maybe find himself standing across the octagon from somebody like you, Kai.
I'd love to.
Go ahead.
Well, we'll see. Again, big opportunity for him tonight. The number 25 contender taking on M King Prime, who is the number 18 contender in the UFL and currently undefeated. 2-0. Great striker, but amazing grappling, right? This guy is an octopus on the ground, snatching your limbs, getting the neck, all the blood chokes going from angles that you don't even anticipate. And he's looking to make a big statement here. You're number 18. You're knocking on the door of the top 15. This is when you start putting the highlight reel finishes together to get the matchmaker's attention. So win here is very important, and he's fighting out of Top Mount MMA, which is obviously a very well-accredited league within this esports landscape.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, man, like I said, Stoke has been a top contender for a long while. Went back and forth, got reset a little bit and lost, but like I said, this guy's a great striker, and I faced M King Prime of my own cup times, and like he's the real deal, man. He's one of the few guys I truly know that he could make me a very tough matchup. So that's why I would love to see him winning, so I can take on him next week probably. So
now,
like
Frank. Question for you, of course. I don't like to put a ton of weight into existing rivalries between competitors, but 7 wins for MK Prime, 0 for Ross Silky. I mean, great ping, so you have to know that likely not a connection problem that's resulting in that big deficit. What do you make of the that win streak right there for MK Prime?
Well, that can go one of two ways, Either M King can realize there's some familiarity regardless. They fought 7 times. It's not like, we've run into each other on range once or twice. There's familiarity there. He knows how Silky fights and vice versa. But it's never too late to put that first one on the board. Nobody's untouchable. Even though Prime has had that advantage in the past, that's not to say that Silky hasn't leveled up off screen and had himself a training montage, off in the forest with some sensei that we don't know about. So you never know what you're going to get from this. In a game like this, it only takes one shot to finish things and change the entire complexion of the fight. So to that end, M King Prime is looking to get this fight on the ground right now.
And talking about the one shot that could change things, of course, getting stunned is difficult. Ferguson, great pick because he has that wake-up call perk. He recovers more quickly from those stuns and knockdowns. So I think Silky is anticipating some strikes, but that's not what we're seeing, Kai, on the mat early.
Yeah, it's lovely to see, man. Like I said, smart pick by M King Prime to go with Burns. Of course, Ferguson is a typical counter to it. I'm not saying that everybody uses Ferguson, but when it comes to using Usman, Colby Covington, maybe in this case Gilbert Burns, you got to be able, when you get put on your back, you got to be able to show even when you're back offense. So in this case, of course, Ferguson, he got his full guard from when he was inside control. He got a rubber guard, so he he can show you that even being on the ground, even Ferguson on his back is dangerous. But go for Kimura and the stamina is pretty low.
And he gets the chain. Oh, escape. The submission defense is looking all right so far, but that submission bar is steadily growing.
Yeah, this is pretty back and forth here, but it looks like Escape has the upper hand, but that submission bar is climbing a little too fast to feel good about it.
Yeah, it does.
From Silky there, definitely a comforting moment, but that's not really how far you want a submission to get so early in the fight, because now he's got all that data, he's processing that information. King Prime knows the reactions, but great spinning entry from Silky.
Yeah, and like I said, man, these spinning elbows, they do a lot of damage, so it's exchanging it like that with Ferguson. I do say that Ferguson, if you ask me, he can be slow. I think he's not to punch speed, and he's not extremely powerful with an 89 power. So when it comes to exchanging, I would say Burns have the benefit, but of course his chin got buffed to a 90, and of course he got Ferguson with a 94 chin and 96 gas tank. So it is a tough decision. It's a tough call to make, but I think so far definitely King Prime's doing a great job, by making sure that this Ferguson is on the back, not being able to do his unorthodox style, of course, spinning elbows, weird kicks. So I would do the same.
There.
Oh, beautiful.
Frank, what are you seeing so far in the grappling dimension from King Prime? Seems like he's really dominating most of these grappling situations.
Yeah, I mean this with the utmost respect to both guys, of course. I can see where the 7-0 deficit has come now, because it looks like Prime specializes on the ground, whereas Silky is a striker. And Silky's striking has looked very good thus far when he's been able to remain on the feet. But Prime has done a good job of making sure he can't stay on the feet. And that can, lend itself to more either submission victories or decision victories. We don't know how close those 7 fights were, right? But I can kind of see he probably grappled his way to most, if not all, of those victories. That's not to say that Silky's out of this for a moment. He's just got to show up the takedown defense just a little bit if he wants to be successful.
Ooh, that's a little Granby roll from Ferguson. Has that creative way to get out of those situations, getting back to the spinning attempts here. Would love to see more jab work from Silky, right? 5-star jab of Ferguson. Want to pump that out at distance. Great denial from that pulling guard attempt.
Yeah, Ferguson has a major reach advantage in this fight as well, so you would love to see him use that jab a little bit more, maybe use some of those stance switches. Those can get you a little bit farther out of range. That might be, a little bit you need to avoid the range on some of these takedowns. But Silky has been relentless, not Silky, rather. Prime has been relentless with these takedowns.
Prime in top mount, now where you want to be if you're Silky. Ferguson off the mat has so much to offer, but up until this point, it's all been King Prime. Goes for the armbar. Let's see. Escape bar jumping up. Silky's got a little bit more stamina than he did with that Kimura attempt. Good work. Prime cancels.
Yeah, like I said, man, we this Ferguson from the back, who's got a 96, I think, submission defense. So submitting this guy is gonna be a whole different story, man. A whole different story about Safari. Like you said, Frank. I mean, King Prime has looked amazing, but you know what it is? You gotta also want to know your fighter. You know what I mean? And before Ferguson got a switch kick to the body, you know what I mean? Use that when King Prime isn't inside that boxing range. Of course, like I said, throwing a kick in boxing range is just. Oh yeah, it's not what I would recommend to do. So keeping a distance, it's the smartest thing to do, man.
I would agree with that, Kai. I feel like with Ferguson, he can fight very long. He has a lot of deeps. Big elbow and the body.
Oh my God.
Silky, massive moment here late in round 2, punching the face of King Prime.
Wow. This is exactly what he wants right now, and good job to get back to the feet. He's not trying to play any jiu-jitsu on the ground with this guy. He's just like, let's get back to the stand-up. Huge double knee.
Oh my God.
Gets the knockdown.
Prime down again.
Oh my God.
Silky putting on a great comeback performance here as we approach the final minute of the second round. Can he steal it?
Gets caught going for the knee.
Wow. Big judo throw, and Prime back in action. Silky not where he wants to be. 30 seconds to get back to the feet and try to make more of a statement here, but lethal ground and pound from King Prime.
But a beautiful sweep there from Ferguson to get back to the top side control position. He's just raining down some punches right now.
It's dangerous.
Oh,
Oh my god.
5 seconds
Wow.
to work. One more posture up. Will we see a finish? No.
I was just about to say, guys, who would you give this round to before all those knockdowns? It's a close one. I think I would give a slight advantage to Silky just because of the 2 knockdown. Oh no.
Oh no. Oh
Oh,
no.
you gotta be taking it. Oh my god.
No
Oh
way.
no. Silky walking against the cage of the octagon. Prime doing his best impression of a statue right behind the referee who's dancing a little bit, just moving side to side. That's me at a club.
Oh, thank God. He got
And
out
we're
of the
back.
floor.
Wow.
Third round is upon us.
That never happens.
I'm just
Silky.
happy that we get to see this third round because Silky
Yeah.
stormed back in a big way in round 2 there. And we're going to see if he can keep that momentum going or if Prime can continue the onslaught of grappling that he had exhibited in round 1. He takes the back. Ferguson gets the slam there. And now he's in back sitting. Both
So
guys
much
are trying to
time
take-
for
so
King
much
Prime to
time.
work. And that rear naked choke from that back sitting position is absolutely lethal, as we all know. But Prime transitions in top mount and likely to go for that arm bar again, potentially.
Like I said, man, this is a really close fight. Especially, I mean, like in the first round, yeah, we could definitely say that King Prime really brought the ground game to Silky, and he did also in the second round until Silky finally got what he was trying all the fights, spinning elbows, tried his damn best to get what he wanted with those rocks, and he did got it. But we did saw some King Prime. Oh, this crucifix is dangerous. Oh, hold on a second.
Crucifix. Short
Hold
elbows on
on
the
a
inside.
second.
This is
This
bad.
is awful for Silky right now.
Silky
Oh my
has to get
God.
out of this. This could be it. One more
Uh-oh.
strike might do it. Silky.
Is able to get the side saddle.
Wow. Yeah, well, I would I would be camping on the crucifix. Wow.
Regains the full guard, but Prime postures up, looking to get some damage. Doesn't quite do much there with that posture up. With the rubber guard from
rubber
Silky.
Ooh. Oh,
Nice. Nice. And Sega, let's talk about this. This is very underrated position. You can do a lot of damage right there. Nice.
have to say,
Smart.
great adjustments from M King Prime. You know, he was really.
Beautiful.
Oh, great sweep there from Silky.
Now he's got the
Silky's in
top
top mount.
Uh-oh.
I
2 minutes
got to be
left.
honest, fellas. Why doesn't he just get up?
I'm
Yeah,
asking
I was
myself the
just
same
about to say,
question.
now this happens. Yep.
Oh,
Reverse.
Silky gets reversed. King Prime back to what he wants to do. Silky getting the
Nice.
denial. Let's see.
Ooh.
Both guys getting denials right here.
Yeah, nice grappling exchange right here.
Good job from Prime there
Beautiful
to posture up. And,
fakes. There we go.
Silky
Sure.
needs
That
to
was beautiful
avoid.
to see.
Good work, sprawling now. Let's see. Silky needs to get up. 60 seconds remain. Oh,
Prime lets him
Hey.
up.
Prime may pay for that decision. Ross Silky, 60 seconds to work. He needs a finish to end this fight.
Oh my
Will he get one?
god.
He's on the
King
way.
Prime.
He's trying to get it.
Oh, this
Silky.
is so close.
Oh my
Oh my
goodness.
god.
He's up against the fence looking for the finish.
King Prime somehow makes it back to the feet. 40 seconds
Oh.
left. Ross Silky pouring it on.
Just like you said, just like you said, Bane. Why would you get up? And now he got paid for it. And right now, this could be Silky's round.
20 seconds for Silky to work.
close. Yeah.
Being patient. King Prime doing his best to stay in it and maybe end the fight. Still conscious. Silky's got 5 seconds to work. Let's see. Oh!
Huge
Oh
uppercut
my
block
God.
at the end of the,
Wow.
at
How
the
do
end
you
of the round.
score this?
That
How do you
seal it back
score
to
this?
Burns. I gotta be honest, based on damage, I'm giving it to Ferguson 2 and 3 because I think, you know, in the second round,
Wow,
if he does get
wow.
the decision,
Wow.
Ross Silky gets the nod.
I wanna
What a
see those just
fantastic fight
scorecards.
from both guys. I would like to see
I
the
want to see the
scorecards
just
as well.
scorecards. Yeah. I mean,
But-
we should implement the rule. Come on, come on.
From what I'm, you know, where I'm sitting, I feel like Prime did excellent grappling work in the first and the first
Right.
half of the second round. But the second half of that second round, Silky was starting to get a read on the groundwork, and he was able to get up. Once he was able to get up, he was able to do some damage. He got some big knockdowns. He got 2 of them in the second round. And
Wow! No
30-27.
That's
wow!
an interesting
Yeah,
scorecard.
that is nah. That's
No, that didn't happen.
yeah, that did happen.
content with the
I mean,
29-28, but yeah, 30-27, interesting. And as you said, Frank, the takedowns were being read a bit as the fight progressed, right? Ross Silky was able to deny more and more of them, and you can see the frustration grow in King Prime as he just desperately wanted to get it back to the realm that he was operating in. And there were so many dangerous moments when it was on the mat. Those short elbows in that crucifix position almost took Silky out of this fight, but he prevails. That Ferguson durability, El Cucuy gets the nod at the end of the day. Incredible fight.
Yeah, but this sucks because when he stood up in the third round, and just like you said, he might get paid for it. He did, but I'm wondering, did M King Prime thought he was up on the judges' scorecards?
That's a good
Because
point.
I thought I think that he thought so and thought, you know what I mean? Yeah, okay, we can go because before he got rugged, we got like 1 minute and 25 seconds more to go, and that would be the fight. So maybe he thought he was up on the judge scorecards, and I knew that the drop and those rocks at the end of the fight changed the judge scorecards, but not. Wow, okay,
Could be akin to the Spike Carlisle and Billy
yeah,
Quarantillo situation. Spike just thinking the round's over and just standing up.
yeah.
And that's
Yeah,
the other thing about this fight. Undefeated record, no more. M King Prime now has his first loss in the UFL Octagon. Number 25, Ross Silky, stepping into the top 20 of the UFL.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well, it's interesting. Like I said, I really thought that it was a close fight, and like Frank said, based on damage, that would go to Ferguson. I've got to watch those scorecards back and those minutes because I thought M King Prime did a lot more work on the ground than I saw just real quick from the statics. I saw like round 2, like 1 minute and 20 seconds control time. That's not what I think it was.
Right. It did feel like he was in control a little bit longer, but
Yeah, I could
apparently
be deliberately wrong. So
yeah, apparently, according to the statistics, that was not the case. But I believe, fellas, our co-main event is just about ready to go. We've got Smart Brady taking on JM21. These guys
yes,
are looking to
sir.
put on an excellent fight. Both those guys are looking to put themselves into the title picture. They're going to be fighting in the welterweight division. And
Yeah, and I will start off with these guys, man. I mean, like Jam21, he's in current number 14 ranked contender in UFL, also record of 5-2. Great striking, clean hands, and a technical striking approach. A big victory here tonight is very important, especially when you want to be in the top 10. I mean, you're number 14, and you're facing the number 11. So both guys, who would ever win, will probably be in the top 10. So like I said, both guys, of course, want to be in the top 10. So winning tonight for both guys is definitely important in case you want to be in the top 10, which of course you want to. And Smart Brady, he's now 11 ranked contender. You fell and 4-1, so he's also looking to just go to that belt. He got amazing striking, dangerous submissions, and great wrestling. So it makes him actually pretty well rounded in a high level way, which it can be difficult to deal with because, like I said, the fight can be taken anywhere and any time. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to this one. 0-0. These guys haven't fought yet. You got probably an Usman against a Ferguson. And like I said, Usman got the. Oh, never mind.
Oh.
xjoshraee Pierre, okay.
Pierre, interesting pick. One of the more well-rounded guys in that division.
Yeah.
5-star wrestling double leg, 5-star jab, 5-star wrestling power double leg. So is a grappler in many senses, perks attached to him. Marathoner was a big one. Actions consume less stamina while moving. So I'm anticipating JM21 is going to be on the bike and moving laterally around the octagon.
Yeah, just real quick, Frank, just about M King Prime. In the second round, M King Prime, he got 1 minute and 35 control time, and in the second round and in the first round above 2 minutes. I'm surprised with that. I think it was way more than that, but okay, no worry about that.
Yeah,
great respect shown.
Yeah, great respect shown from both guys. And if I had my way, guys, if we lived in my ideal world, these guys would just stand at range and just try to jab each other's faces off. But this is MMA, so we're gonna get an early takedown from Tony Ferguson. He's on top right now, trying to get to that top mount. Does a good job of doing so. But GSP is able to pop that leg out and get himself into half guard and now back to full guard. So he can work a little bit from here, but Ferguson postures up, and these guys look like they're going to try and get this thing going on the mat early here, fellas.
It's a big
Yeah,
statement
true.
made by Smart Brady. Great reversal there from Jan21. GSP's got 97 takedown defense, so
Oh,
putting him on
nice.
his back so early has to be a big motivating factor. But you can see that side control is dominating. Smart Brady gets that full guard. GSP postures up, goes into half guard.
Yeah, and this is tricky. 3-round fights are tricky, you know what I mean? Every single second really counts, and especially when it is on the ground, you know what I mean? I mean, right now, this George St. Pierre is pretty much in control right now. He makes way to backside. So every single one counts, you know what I mean? So being here in a 3-round fight, I had the same feeling with the UFL fight. 3 rounds, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel the pressure, especially when you get hit or get put on your back for a good amount of time. You know that you gotta make something happen if you really want this fight, especially when it goes like that in the second round and especially in the first round. It's tricky, especially again reverse 7-0. This is a bad position. He got a
Oh,
John St. Pierre with I think 98 top control, I think 97 takedown. George St. Pierre, he's better on the ground than a Usman of a Covington when it comes to the stats.
absolutely. 5-star
Nice.
grappling attached to the Canadian. And you can
Yeah.
see it in effect here. 2 minutes remain in this opening round. Frank, what are the optics telling us?
Right now, JM is doing a fantastic job of controlling this fight on the ground. He was able to get back to that top position and has
Oh,
just been doing a good job of, utilizing his passes. He'll posture up to move into a more dominant position, do some damage from there, move to a next position, and he's just constantly flowing. Even whenever he lost the crucifix, he was able to get side saddle back. He loses side saddle, now he's in the backside. But Ferguson does a good job to get back to his feet, and we'll see if he can make some things happen here. But JM does a good job of getting the fight right back to the ground and does a denial there of the get up. So
Beautiful.
yeah, very well done.
Nice. Nice. Well timed. He went back to side control as he was about to get reversed. Some high level stuff. I like that. Rubber
rubber guard
guard.
for Ferguson. Great move. Trying to get some control in the last 30 seconds. Maybe gets the
Nice.
transition. As he does, great sweep from El Kukui.
Yeah, great job. Now he's on top. He's got 20 seconds to work here. We'll see what he can get done. Gets one posture up. See how much damage he can do here. None. He stands up.
Okay.
Interesting. What is
Okay.
the story of this card with people standing up when they're in dominant positions? But big front kick to conclude the first 5 minutes. Stats are going to tell us a lot of control time out of that red corner. And you can see that's just flowing
Wow,
into the
3
total
minutes.
strikes and significance. And man, I don't know, Frank, what are the adjustments that Smart Brady needs to make?
I mean, the obvious one.
Don't get taken down.
Well, he took the fight to the ground, so just don't take him down this time.
Yeah, take him down. Wow. I mean, like that was a 3 minutes control time, and when it comes to the strikes, it's significant. There was a big advantage for JM21. So
Oh,
I'm not saying it's definitely 10-8, but it could be, man.
big turning takedown from Rush. Tries to get that
Nice.
crucifix now there from Brady.
Yep. And good job there from Brady to get back to the full guard. But JM does a good job to get into the half guard and then get the denial there. Now he's postured up, uses that to move to the side control. Very well done. Very high level veteran move.
This fight is largely on the ground for St. Pierre, been not an if but a when that the Canadian will slide through the
Beautiful.
guard and get in a more dominant position. You can see taking the back right now. Brady denies.
Nice.
Doing a good job here, just flowing with him. Brady does get back. Oh, never mind. I thought he was going to be able to get to
Yeah.
the rubber guard, but no, GSP. Go ahead, Kai.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Now every time Smart Brady tries to get for rubber guard, that's the moment GM21 passes half guard, of course, which makes the game, I wouldn't say tripping, but it makes him. You see this? He was about to rubber guard, and even though GM posture up late after the rubber guard attempt, he still got a posture up, and that's the way the game goes. Nice.
Big reversal for Brady. This is the most significant moment for him in this second round. Let's see what he can do. Postures up, strikes landing, stands up.
Yeah, smart move there.
Choice. Now he's in danger.
Brady to get
An interesting start jab. So we could see some more distance work, but it seems JM's game plan is largely grappling folk. Takedown defense, 2.5 stars, not really supporting him here as we approach the last 90 seconds of this second round.
Yeah. Now, of course, and this with all due respect, but I'm surprised that we still got a 4.5 star Tony Ferguson in welterweight. You know what I mean, after being on a 3-fight losing streak, right? Poirier, Oliveira, and Benil Dariush. So being still 4.5 star fighter in welterweight is questionable. The same with Jacare Souza, still 4.5 in middleweight. So think some guys need some buffs, but
We know that the developers are sometimes late with updating things. Of course, Habib is still the lightweight champion in the game.
right.
So maybe we'll see in a couple years Ferguson get dropped from 4.5 stars. But there he is, dropped by JM21. Big way to end the second round.
Nice.
Great
Good
takedown
denial.
defense there.
Yeah, like I said, man, George St. Pierre for 3-on-5 can be good. I mean, that's why I went with Vicente Luque. He got a good ground game and he's very powerful. So you really have to worry about an 87 gas tank about George St. Pierre if you don't go, of course, too crazy. You can compare that just because the fight is 3-round fights.
Definitely don't need to worry about the midsection when the fight is contested
Yeah.
largely on the mat either. Yeah, Brady not doing a ton of work to those ribs, buttering them up. Not today. There's a great knee, though.
Yeah, looking to try and make up for lost time there, right? Putting that knee right in the breadbasket. But that block of Tony Ferguson is in bad shape.
Woo.
And now so is GSP's after that overhand. But
Brady.
Now these guys, go ahead.
Having some success here, Frank.
Yeah, both these guys seem content to just stand and trade in the pocket this round. They're like, all right, we've had our time grappling. Let's see. Let's see where the stand-up is.
Yeah,
And a huge
Ooh.
front kick from GSP.
And this is the thing I was talking about. This 3-round fight. You see, Smart Brady knew he's probably two rounds down. So he's trying to make something happen. He needs to finish. That's why he's pushing so hard. But so far, reason haven't been paying off. Ooh.
GSP largely
Wow.
just the more composed
Nice.
striker and technical in the
Yeah.
pocket. Brady throwing everything in the kitchen sink. JM finding moments and just sniping him. And you can see here, denying everything on the ground as we've seen for the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, he's just largely had his way on the ground, has done a very good job with the control, with the denials, with advancing position. I mean, it's just a very well-grounded performance from JM thus far. You get it? Because grounded rhymes with rounded. All right.
I didn't get it.
Frank is on fire with the jokes today. Quick with the quips, aren't you, Frank?
Oh, absolutely. I am on fire. We've got JM postured up in the backside control right now, and this is just not a great situation
Nice.
for Smart Brady. That will help things, though, getting that roll to be able to
Yeah.
get back up to the feet and maybe chase that finish like we saw another Ferguson do not long ago.
Smart Brady trying to make some magic occur. 2 minutes remain. He needs a finish if he wants to walk away with the W. Big kick from JM to the midsection. Oh!
Uh-oh.
JM21 getting a little wild and reckless there. Axe kick offering lands partially.
Kick.
Yeah, Smart Brady still marching forward, still trying to find that finish. You have to admire the heart. Great job there. Oh, great job on the defense there to stop that takedown. From
The biggest opportunity for Brady.
my God.
Smart Brady. Smart Brady. Flatlines JM21 late in the fight. Final minutes remain. Down almost every moment. Gets the finish. Wow.
Today is the day of Tony Ferguson being down on the ground and then coming back and getting knockouts at the end of the third. Wow. Twice in a row, Smart Brady this time gets the 1-2 head kick, old reliable, pulls old faithful out, and is just able to get the victory. Like you said, Bane, seemingly down the entire fight, was getting grounded and pounded almost at will, but didn't stop fighting, didn't stop marching forward, didn't stop looking for that finish, and eventually it came to fruition.
Yeah.
He was able to get that victory there. Wow.
It was all hard. It was all hard for Ferguson. And yeah, we see opponent quit. I mean, if you GM21, you're really like bouncing your head against the wall because he was up on that fight. I really want to watch these scorecards as well, but I think George St. Pierre had that fight in the bag, you know what I mean? But it's that the desperate times bring, desperate measures. So I think this is a great choice to make something happen. Empty that 96 gas tank of Ferguson. I think he got enough head health to take some back, even though it was low. So this was a great comeback from Smart Brady. There you go. Yeah, 28.
5 minutes of
19.
control time. Thought there was more control time for GSP there, but again, right, as you mentioned, a combination of many factors that resulted in that big come from behind finish. The 90 chin of George St. Pierre, 3.5 stars, not something that you want after taking a decent amount of strikes, right? You can see 25 significant strikes landed, and that just all accumulated right in that third round. And we saw, right, Frank, we mentioned that Smart Brady biting down on the mouthpiece coming out for those final 5 minutes and looking for the finish. And boy, that's going to be on a highlight reel soon.
Absolutely. Like you said, he never stopped trying. He knew he was down. He knew he was down probably 3 rounds to none. And he never stopped going for it, never stopped looking for that finish and did find it. That's just hard work pays off. I mean, wow. What do you, well done.
Wow. Yeah. that is a good comeback.
Yeah. JM is probably like Kai said, very upset. And to be honest, it's probably for good reason. You were doing very well in that fight. I think came up just short.
And it's one of those things with GSP, and something that we saw in his career, of course, is that wrestling and holding approach. A little bit more urgency in those first 2 rounds could have been nice. A bit more ground and pound, maybe threatening with a couple submissions. Unsure what GSP is equipped with on the ground within that regard, of course. But there wasn't really a lot of finishing instinct from JM21, mostly just neutralizing anything that Smart Brady wanted to do. And I mean, it's, I don't want to say anything. The most neutral person I can, when you see someone just laying and praying for 12 minutes and then getting knocked out, you kind of go, well, absolutely, Frank.
But, like we were saying, fantastic fight. That our main event is being changed. Had to, had some personal things going on. So Death Punch 361 is stepping in. So our main event is going to be Xjoshraee versus Death Punch 361. Still going to be in the lightweight division. So last minute change. We'll see how that changes the fight.
Recently retired Paul Felder, of course, akin to his situation with his final fight, stepping up against RDA on practically no notice for a big 5-rounder in that lightweight division. Seeing it play out here, of course, there's so many factors that you have to think about when you're an opponent stepping in on short notice. You don't have to worry about the training camp. You don't have to worry about the fight week. You don't have to worry about the potential trash talk from the person that you're facing off against. You're just stepping in there and doing what you do best. I think that short notice fights always favor the person that is just stepping up, because again, when you think the existing combatant is prepared for a completely different fighter, a completely different look. I know in Xjoshraee's corner, he's got Morbin Madlad, who is an ESFL competitor, one of the guys that's been around in the scene for a long time, and they're probably scratching their heads thinking, man, we were workshopping one game plan, and now we have to kind of come up with a bit of a different one.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, anything you might have been thinking about, you probably got to scrap that and just go from scratch. And like you said, that does favor the guy who was already coming and going from scratch anyway.
But I look forward to pressure, but of course, at the other end, we got a former UFL champion in Death Punch, who is current #1 with a record of 5-2. Of course, he lost his last fight against Tactician, and a very close and good fight. And on the other hand, we still got the number 8 ranked contender UFL, Xjoshraee, won. So it's a close fight. If you Death Punch, you're really putting up you're putting up your spot in jeopardy. Of course, by if you lose, you give up the number 1 ranked contender. But
big moments for Death Punch early, touching the chin of El Kukui. Ferguson has been on fire today, but maybe the luck will run out in this 5-round lightweight main event.
Oof, looked like some big elbows landed. It looks like my stream is starting to stabilize. There for a while, I was watching through cutscenes, or slideshow, rather.
Yeah, mine's now we're good to go, man. And these two guys have been going at it from the moment until right now.
I love
big slip hook.
I love Death Punch's ability at range to just pump out a jab, a 1-2, and stay composed, right? He's not throwing everything early. He's just trying to make reads and get reactions out of Xjoshraee, I think. See good lateral movement there, pushing Ray against the cage. Let's see what the Louisianan can do here.
Oh, good pull there. Wasn't quite able to get the uppercut afterwards, but that's going to be something that's in Xjoshraee's head going forward, right?
Absolutely, and you got to think slight edge in the punch speed for Poirier. 92 for Ferguson, 96 for the Louisianian touching the chin of Xjoshraee early here. Oh,
yeah, good slip hook there from Xjoshraee. Maybe that'll quiet the storm a little bit, but right now, yeah, as you said, Dustin is he's got the faster hands and he's making use of that right now, getting a lot of damage off early here, both to the block and to the head health.
And with those straights especially, right, firing that 2 down the pipe, the left hand can't seem to miss, which is kind of what you want to see because it's such a disruptive move, right? That strike, if you're gearing up for a return and that 2 comes right down, you won't be able to do anything. Look at this, that punch coming on strong.
Yeah, pouring on pressure.
Look at the block of Xjoshraee. Hold that. It's gone.
Whoa, when and how did that happen? I mean, I know he was pumping out a lot of 2s, like Bane said, but
wow,
it's like now you see the block, now you don't. Where did it go?
Frank. And we just ended the first one, and they got 4 more to go. Wow.
Xjoshraee's block doing a disappearing act. Going to see that on Las Vegas Magic Show soon with how that just disappeared. Death Punch, great work in this first round for the short notice competitor.
If we just you're in a lot of trouble. I can only imagine what the block will be like if Xjoshraee gets rocked, and of course that person is gonna get loose with the combos.
Good work here from Ray, just sort of reading what Poirier is going to do, but then gets slammed for it to conclude the first 5 minutes of our main event of the evening, Frank.
If you're Death Punch, you have to be feeling fantastic right now after that first round. You just want to keep this going at this pace as long as you can. Now, that said, he did use a lot of stamina that round, so as long as you can is probably the operative phrase there. Who knows how long that'll be, especially against the cardio demon like Ferguson.
We can already see the block just still is not there. Death Punch only needs several well-timed combinations to likely put Xjoshraee on his ass. Oh!
Huge pull elbow there, though. That could, again, that might slow this onslaught down a little bit. Those takedowns definitely will, though. Great job there from Xjoshraee to get back to the top position. We'll see if Death Punch is able to get himself into a better position, but Ferguson slides into that backside, tries to take the back, and gets the back sitting here, Bane.
He's got the hooks in. This is dangerous for Death Punch, and of course he's got Morbid in his corner. Ray does, and Morbid is a submission specialist, such a great grappler, and if that's the guy coaching you, man, I'm nervous if I'm Death Punch.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, like, this is a scary position right now for this point to be in. If you this point, you wanna go back on your feet real bad to even push the block even more, get it lower than it already is.
Great rubber guard here for the American.
Great job there, the denial.
Nice.
And yeah, to Kai's point, is he going for the go-go from here?
Yeah, this is a go-go.
The go-go is very dangerous from top mount. I'm not sure if it has the same effect from rubber guard, but it's filling up decently fast, but it looks like the escape is going to be ahead enough, and Ferguson's going to be able to pop his head out of there, just fine.
Ray wise to it, and because it wasn't canceled, gets into a more dominant position here. 2 minutes remain in the second round of our main event, and Death Punch content with being on his back, Frank.
Yeah, well, he goes for the get up there. I was going to say, I don't know if that's where you want to be, especially now with Tony Ferguson, who also has his own go-go plotter from Full Mount, as I had previously mentioned. And this one, I know that bar will shoot up like a rocket if you give it any opportunity to do so. As you see, Death Punch is doing a decent job with the submission defense, but this submission is so strong, and he's got such a good stamina advantage that Xjoshraee is going to be able to pull this one out. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like you said, with it Morbid led in your corner, and with us some dangerous missions. Yeah, can you be surprised? Should I ask?
It cannot be, and again, almost a come from behind victory, you could say, with how that block was deteriorated and all of the damage that El Kukui and Xjoshraee took in that first round. Great adjustments to know, hey, I'm going to level change, I'm going to test everything out on the mat, and I'm going to see if I can get the finish from there. Beautiful work from the existing competitor, of course, from our main event.
Yeah, fantastic job there by Xjoshraee. That shows that, you deserve for this main event spot. It shows you deserve to climb up the rankings, and very well done performance. Again, it's technically, I guess, it could be a come from behind victory. Ferguson's been on a roll here today, folks. He got 3 in a row, 2 of them in very dramatic fashion. Both very worthy contenders for fight of the night. I mean, we had some great performances here today on this card, guys.
Oh, absolutely. Definitely one of the best that we've had. I believe UFL 28 Fight Night is largely going to be remembered as a Ferguson Ferguson event.
Yeah, absolutely. We just want to say thank you to everybody who's stopped by to check us out on YouTube and on Twitch. We appreciate everything. And fellas, is there anything you guys want to say before we head out of here?
Just have to say, stay tuned for UFL Fight Night 29.
Exactly. We'll be back here in 29. Kai, anything for you?
Yeah, it's been a pleasure with you two guys.